So, several of you guys have asked me about Con, and I just want to say thank you for reaching out and for your kind words and thinking about me yesterday. Yesterday was not fun. So I had to get up at around 4 a.m. so that I could get on the road and drive the hour and a half to the facility that he was at to transport him. Hey guys! To transport him to this new facility, which was a level 4. It's a much higher level of care, which I've been fighting for since January. So I was gonna make this yesterday, but I was so livid and exhausted that I couldn't do it. The drive went fine. Hey Haley, hey Misty, hey guys. It was about a 4-hour drive down there, and of course he was going on his delusional rants of conspiracy theories and the FBI watching. You know, he's unstable. He's still unstable, but there wasn't any violence. And even though he got a little heated with me a couple of times, he didn't get violent, so that was a blessing. Hey Gloria. Okay, so I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry this time. Damn it. Okay, so we get down to this facility, the new one, and we go in, and it's your typical lockdown facility. They take our temperature, you know, that kind of COVID crap. So I go, hey Gina. I go in there and I find out that they require uniforms, and the uniform is basically khaki pants and a plain white t-shirt. Well, nobody told me that. So of course my kid doesn't have any of that because I didn't know. So they're like, oh, well, let's see what we have here. And luckily they had a few pants and a couple of shirts and some sweatpants, so that he at least had a little bit of clothing. But then they asked me to bring in his suitcase from the facility, and that way we could get out like socks and underwear, that kind of stuff. Guys, so I had reached out to, and this is the lady at the old facility, and the day before, and was like, hey, I'm going to be there, you know, early in the morning. Can you make sure he's packed up and ready to go when we get there, because it's a long drive? She's like, oh yeah, we're ready, absolutely, no problem. Guys, I pull this suitcase into this facility and I unzip it and immediately get smacked in the face with urine. My son still has issues with wetting the bed, whether it's due to his medication or because of the way he's mentally challenged, whatever. He still wets the bed. This bitch, none of his clothes were washed. None of his clothes were washed. There was this bag, like a one of those drawstring canvas clothing bags. There was a bag full of his dirty clothes, and it was just soaked in pee. And this was like 7 days of his clothing. Okay, you can tell when pee has been sitting, and it was the worst smell. Like, it was so bad that the people at the facility wouldn't even accept any, like, they were not even going to wash what he had. I am so mad at this point that I'm almost in tears. And it wasn't because I was crying. It was just because I was so angry. He ended up having 2 pairs of underwear and 2 pairs of socks that weren't drenched in pee. That was it. That was it. That was all I could leave there for my kid. That is so messed up. And I mean, that should just... What was this lady thinking? What was she thinking? I mean, not to mention that we're like opening this up, and like some of the kids can hear and they can kind of see what's going on. How embarrassing is that for him? I mean, exactly, Jen, exactly. So now I'm gonna have to go buy this brand new stuff and mail it to the facility, because it's a 4-hour drive. Like, I can't just drive down there. I asked those people, I was like, is there a Walmart nearby? Because I'll just go to the Walmart and pick him up new stuff. And they were like, it's an hour away from here. So I couldn't even like go to a Walmart and like bring him back some stuff. But I mean, if that is just an indication of just the lack of fucks this lady gave for my kid, I mean, that was horrible. That was horrible. So, of course, like, the entire drive back, I'm fuming. I call my caseworker, or my care coordinator. I call her supervisor. I'm like, this is unacceptable. This is ridiculous. I'm going through his bag, and because this is a little bit more of a lockdown type facility, he wasn't allowed to have a lot of the stuff that he could have at this other facility. But the look on those people's faces when I opened it, I mean, the smell, guys, it was so bad. So, and then, so the, 2 of the male staff that was at this new place was, showing him his room and all of that. And then they were like trying to give him kind of like the rules. And I guess they're used to a lot of like behavioral kids. Cause I swear to God, I felt like I was on an episode of Scared Straight. Like, cause it's these 2 big, dudes, and they were like, we don't play around over here, and you're not going to pull, just lecturing him and kind of giving him that scared tactic type thing. And it was just funny because like that shit don't work for Con. I was just like, oh boy, y'all got your hands full. So today, even more freaking fabulous news. My care coordinator calls me, and she lets me know that because he's in a higher level facility, that she now has to transfer his case to another care coordinator, which really sucks. And I'm trying to fight that, because she's been with me for almost 2.5 years, and her supervisor is the lady who's very, very smart and knows what she's doing. And I would lose her too. So I'm trying really, I'm like, that's unacceptable. I'm like, guys, I cannot handle a new caseworker and a new supervisor. I said, I can't do it. I said, trying to catch somebody up on even just the last 1.5 years of the stuff that we've gone through, and his mental state, and the way that his disability manifests. There's no way that I can start over. And he needs consistency. Yes, Jen, exactly. So I told her, I was like, y'all are going to have to do something. I'm like, y'all are going to have to work something out or something. I said, if I need to show up at the CEO at Partners front fucking door to protest, I will do it. Like, it's just, I can't. I cannot start over with a brand new person. There's no way. No way. But, so that's it. I mean, I just kind of wanted to update you guys. I know you guys reached out. A lot of you guys did. And thank you so much yesterday for sending me good vibes. And you know, I didn't wreck on the way down there or back. I almost did. Like, traffic was ridiculous. But we made it. So thank you for the positivity and the good energy. Yes, Gina, even the last 2 months, I just can't, guys. I can't. And I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death that they're going to be like that is just the way that it is, and I have to deal with it. And I just can't. I mean, my care coordinator even told me an Amazon wish list. What are you talking about, Jen? What is that? I don't know what that is. PM me and tell me what you're talking about, because I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Victoria. I miss your face. But, yeah. So, I did file a formal complaint with my care coordinator about that suitcase and the way it was getting. This is the thing. This is the thing. That bitch knew for at least 5 days that he was going to be placed. Why didn't you wash his clothes? Why didn't you wash his clothes? Like, I understand that he's a handful, and I understand that he's a lot to handle, and that she kind of got strong-armed into keeping him until we found this placement. But you are in a position of taking care of mentally fragile children. Like, that is your job. She's also like an MD. I don't know if she's an MD for other kids or what, but you don't treat people like that, period. Like, it was just wrong. It was so wrong. And it was heartbreaking, and it was horrible. But anyways, I will go back and read this because that's too long for me to try to read all that. I don't know. Is that the thing where, like, people mail stuff? Y'all are so funny. That's sweet. Thank you. But I'll get it. I just need to get his stuff, and I just need to mail it to him. But yeah, but Misty, this is what's really crappy though. Like, if she gets reprimanded or whatever, like, okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I don't know if I'm supposed to tell y'all this, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyways. So the place that he was at last year, until he got discharged March of this year, I had to file a complaint against them, and apparently I wasn't the only one, because after COVID happened and they sent all the kids home, that facility shut down. Like, it's not even slated to open back up. Now, what sucks about that is, yeah, they weren't doing things right, but there were over 40 kids in that facility that now had to be emergency placed somewhere. Those facilities are in high need. They're in high need. So I hate that it shut down, because now, you know, that's another place that's no longer available. And I mean, y'all know I've been fighting since January to get him into a place where he's at now. So, I mean, it's kind of a catch-22. Oh, thank you. Happy birthday, by the way. So, that's it. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to be on here forever, but I just wanted to update you guys who were interested. And thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the good vibes. I'm still trying. And pray that I don't lose my care coordinator or her supervisor, because I can't. I can't deal with that. I can't. I don't want to do it. But that's it. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.